Hi, welcome to How to Repair. Yes, this is no illusion. This is the Sahara Desert, one of the most remote places I've ever had the privilege of filming. And this is a twin tub. I basically got this machine. One, I like the colouring system. It's the same as the company colours. These twin tubs are very, very good when it comes to energy consumption, and you can also save the most important commodity here in the desert, which is water. I thought I'd introduce my hosts. I've got Naji and Jamil, and they are providing me the water that is needed to use the machine. These machines, if used correctly, are 100% better than a normal washing machine because you can actually use the water economically. We're based on the edge of the Sahara Desert, and Algeria is approximately 10 miles in that direction, and I've got my own fortress right outside the camper. Naji, say hello.
Hello, are you welcome in Morocco, my friend, in Camp Jamal?
Thank you.
Hello, big welcome to Sir in Sahara, and you are welcome in Camp Jamal in the big door of Sahara. Welcome in Morocco, marhaba in Morocco.
Okay, as you all know, I actually got this from Marjan Superstore, and these are Chinese twin tubs, and I did manage to get the 10 kilo version, and it cost me £100. Let's unbox the machine. I want to try and keep the box in good condition because I am going to be giving this machine away to some family later on, once we've finished getting my laundry done and all the van's laundry. Straightforward, polystyrene on the bottom. First thing you notice is it's all plastic. These machines are made in China for multiple brands, and they are very cheap machines, but you pay for what you get, as they say in this world. And I'll just fold that down, put that back up, and I should be able to lift the whole box off. Okay, I basically got this machine. One, I like the colouring system. It's the same as the company colours. Inside the machine we have the wash compartment and the spin compartment, which does have some child safety features built into it. And underneath the panel at the top we have the controls. Let me quickly talk you through. This is the fill port for the actual washing compartment in here. Water will go down into the drum. Then we have a 15-minute timer for the wash action, and then we have the program timer. The program timer only has 3 features: normal wash, delicate and empty. This is to empty the tub. The spin side has a 5-minute timer, and you can actually set the spin to run for 5 minutes, but of course we have to rinse the clothes. Then if you're using this in a normal household, you have got somewhere where you're able to attach the fill hose to the spin system to rinse the clothes. But that's not an economic way of washing, especially when we're in the middle of a desert and water is a precious commodity. Now, basically inside the machine, we have a spin mat. This is plasticky, not like the Hot Point or Hoover machine from years ago, which was rubber. And we have one of the worst fill hoses I've ever seen. It is so cheap and nasty. Come on, China, you can do much better than this. Also, we have the instruction manual. And it is quite comprehensive. It's in English and Arabic. They put some clear pictures and instructions for using the machine. They put the technical data on there. The manual is quite comprehensive. It could be better, showing people how to use the machine. We have a full list of all the components on the machine and also an elementary wiring diagram. So it's not a bad effort from the supermarket in producing a manual which is reasonable enough to start using the machine. Okay, these twin tubs are gravity empty system. This means that there is no pump fitted to them like the old Hot Points or Hoover machines, which is a real letdown really, because they could be so much better with a pump fitted. So I'm going to have to set up a small area so that I can have some head of water when we empty the machine. I went up to Jamil just now because I wanted some wood to support on these boxes, because when we put the washing machine on top, so we have a head of water for reusing the water, I wanted something to support the boxes. And Jamil turned round to me and said, you won't find a piece of wood like that for 10 to 15 miles is the nearest shop. So what the guy did was take his sign off the actual camp and said, you can borrow this. And that fits perfectly on top of there. And now we can stick the washing machine on top, and this will distribute the weight when we fill it with water. Okay, normally you would use the fill hose and run it off the tap. I'm in the Sahara, so it's the old-fashioned way for me. I've got 25 litres of water and I have to fill it the old-fashioned manual way. This is gold in the desert. My problem being, I'm going to need 3 of these, and that means I've got to walk all the way down to his house to fill the barrels.
A few moments later.
I really hope you lot appreciate the effort that I go to make videos for you. And by the way, you can always click on the Bipolar Beer page at the end of the video. Okay, this is 3 barrels, and I only think I need 2.5. Yeah, that should be enough. That's taken me halfway up on the tub and halfway over the filter unit, which I'll explain in another video that I'll do when we do the maintenance. Now, the water isn't the cleanest in the world, and I must admit I am absolutely soaked. Okay, we've got a water temperature of approximately 27-28 degrees, and we've got an air temperature of 30. Of course, if you wanted a hotter wash, just leave the barrels of water in the sun and it'll get up to 50-60 degrees. Now we need to add the detergent. Now I don't have with me any Ariel, Surf, Daz or any of the other top detergents in the UK. I've got some Portuguese stuff that I brought over, and really you're only going to need a capful in this amount. And what I suggest is just put it in, give it a stir, clean the cap off, then turn the machine on for a couple of minutes to let that mix in with the water correctly. We've got a 40-degree wash. I'm just seeing how much it fluffs up there. It might need a little bit more, I think. I might not have put enough in for the volume of water that I'm using, so I'll give it another scoop. That's bubbling up nicely. And now we're ready to add the cloves. Okay, the first thing you want to do is have the machine actually on and start with the cleanest items you've got to clean and the lightest colours. I always start off with the bedding first and just let that stir in as you add more. The trick to making these machines last longer is to actually not do too much. If you actually put too large a mass of clothing into the machines, it's going to hit the impeller at the bottom, and therefore it can damage the impeller and the gearbox unit over a period of time, because they are not built to last like the old Hoover and Hotpoint twin tubs. So I'm only going to put my bed linen in at the moment, and then we're going to spin these out after they've had 10 to 15 minutes of washing. Okay, the trick to this really is quite logical. We've had the washing going now for about 30 minutes. We've done 2 complete cycles on the actual clothing. Once the machine is finished, take the dirty or the clean laundry out and just put it into the spinner. I normally push the mat down halfway, and if you look at the drum here, you can see the clothing is only halfway up the spinner. Then shut the inner lid and lock it down, then put the spinner down. Now, this is a gravity-fed machine, so just put the pipe into the bucket. Once the pipe's in the bucket, you can then turn the spinner on. You'll see that water comes out of the spinner. Now, this water can be reused because we've only done bedding. So the next load of laundry that goes into the machine will be slightly darker colours. And you can keep doing this process until the water really does get to a point where you feel uncomfortable using that same water. Then of course you're going to have to replace the water. Once the machine has finished its spin cycle, then all you need to do is either wait for the machine to stop or open the lid and it will automatically break. Open the inner lid, remove the mat. Now you'll notice that I haven't rinsed the clothes yet. And the reason I haven't rinsed the clothes, I'm putting all the clean clothes into a bag ready to rinse. I'm then going to reattach the waste hose. Oh, I left something in there. And I'm going to take the rest of the laundry out and put it in the spinner. I'm going to do this process again, and then the water that is in this bucket I'm going to transfer back into here and start washing things like my darker clothes, which really do need a good clean. This way you're able to save a lot of water, and also when it comes to the rinse cycle, this will be used for the next washing cycle, which even saves more water. And look at that, a couple of gallons of precious water ready to reuse. I've done the whites and reused the water back into the tub. I'm now able to do the darker clothes, and trust me, I've made a lot of videos for you over the last few weeks, so I can get rid of all these dirty clothes and start actually getting some clean clothing in the van. Now, I've been washing for the last 3-4 hours, and I've done one humongous sack of laundry, and this water now is unusable. It's very dirty. I'll give you a glimpse in now, but the machine has done everything and we're ready to actually do the rinsing part. Now, the reason I washed everything first and did not rinse it immediately is because the next load of water that I put in the machine can be used to rinse these clothes, but I can also do another load tomorrow. Okay, to drain down the machine is quite straightforward. I'm just going to turn it onto agitation, but I'm also going to just let that water stir up so it mixes all the crud that has been still in there. I'm now going to turn it onto empty, and then all I have to do is drop this pipe down. And you can see the colour of the water that's coming out. This will be really appreciated by some palm tree or something that I donate this water to. Okay, and now the process of walking up and down the road starts all over again. But I need to actually rinse these clothes, and the water that I'm using can be used to wash more clothes tomorrow, as I'm actually only rinsing the clothes. And what I'm going to do is put the clothes in the wash side to give them a good agitation to get the detergent out. Then I'll respin the clothes and put them on the line. Okay, I'm going to have to finish the rest of the washing in the morning, and I'll continue the video with some other bits and pieces that you need to do. But when looking at the wash quality, and remember, we've been away for 3 weeks now, and a lot of stuff has not been properly washed. It has been hand washed, but a lot of these pillowcases had blood stains on them when I split my head open. They have not come out that bad, and the white is pretty white. It's a Daz challenge, I think. Or is it an aerial challenge? I can't remember. Okay, I have an electrical system which you can see here, and basically we are drawing at the moment 136 watts of power. That's with nothing on at all. We're producing 456 watts of power from the solar, and the battery is being charged, and we're at 71%. Within a couple of hours I'll be fully charged. Let me quickly explain why I have all this electricity. I have a standard fridge and freezer, microwave oven, Ninja air fat fryer, slow cooker, and some other tools that I use like electrical screwdrivers and things like that. Now if we come to the control panel, I'll just show you this so you can actually see the twin tub working. We have an AC load at the moment of 120 watts. That might be the fridge freezer, the laptop running. We are producing 455 watts from the sun. I also have an auxiliary generator to charge the system if we ever have bad weather, but let's face it, I'm in the Sahara, so the sun's pretty much guaranteed, and the battery level at the moment is 71%. Now I'm actually going to turn the twin tub motor on, and you'll see the wattage increase. Can you turn the washing machine? Thank you. So the motor is now kicking in, and you can see it jumping from 118 watts to 327. So we're basically pulling 200 watts on the main wash function of the machine. Can you stop that one and turn the spinner on, please? Now, if we turn the spinner on, 120 watts, we've gone up to 400 while the capacitor initially kicks in. The motor is now rotating, and the motor is pulling somewhere in the region of 140 watts. But do remember, this is without a load. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. It took us quite a few days to actually make it for you. We had to put up with a lot of extreme weather conditions, including sandstorms that wiped us out on many a day. The desert is a beautiful place and I've really enjoyed making the video for you. You'll be having a load more dismantling videos coming up shortly. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm off to get an ice cold beer in Alex. Enjoy the sunset.